Hi guys, my name is Moses B. Arthur. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Hub of Consistent, Constant Value. Today I will be talking to you guys about something that one of my brand evangelists actually reached out to me and said, can you please do a content to talk about this particular subject matter for me? It will do me a whole lot of good. And for me, it was the fact that when she actually sent that, her name is called Sika, when she actually sent me that particular question, as I reflected on it, I realized that it's something that I actually have some kind of experience on. So I decided to bring you guys immense value on that today. The topic I will be talking about today is the sacrificial seed for the beneficial harvest. The sacrificial seed for the beneficial harvest. Now, the concept of sacrificial seeds and harvest is actually a concept that has been around for a very, very long time. It's not something that just showed up on our scenes today, as we have it. It's a concept that has been around for thousands of years. It's basically the ability to give generously, the ability to give from a pure heart, the ability to give from a certain place, such that you know that it's going to bring back some level of benefit and reward towards you. So what really is a sacrificial seed? A sacrificial seed is actually that thing you are ready to plant in order for you to get a bounty harvest. So oftentimes, usually when we talk about sacrificial seeds, we're looking at what you are ready and willing to lose in order to get the greater gain. So what you are ready to lose in order to get the greater gain. And for me, sacrificial seeds are very, very interesting subject matters, to look at. And so I share a story with you guys. I don't think that I've shared this with anyone unless you are very, very close to me. But I came across a man who changed my trajectory, changed my way of seeing life. I remember a couple of weeks back, I sent him a message and I said, thank you so much, Daddy, because you make this thing called life very, very easy. He's no other person than my father in the Lord, Pastor Obedobiyade. On 15th of April 2012, I came across his ministry. I was in senior high school and I had the opportunity to connect with him. And I fell in love with his ministry instantly, and shortly after I joined the church, we were actually relocating from one venue to the other venue. And so at the time, I did not have enough money to contribute, but I was given my school fees, and so I took some part of my school fees and some part of my provision money. I'm sure if my dad is watching this video, he'll definitely go like, hey, Kofi, or hard drink, so I took some part of it. And that's also because right from senior high school, I started reading content materials, books that were actually shaping my life for the future. And so I'd come across a book that spoke to me about the power of vows. And so when I was given some part of my school fees and then a little bit of my pocket money to God's work, I remember I took a vow and then I said, God, in the next 10 years, as I diligently serve you and as I keep on my grind and my hustle, please bless me enough. And in 10 years, I am going to bring you a seed that is worth $10,000, a seed that is worth $10,000. And 15th of April 2022, just last year, was actually 10 years since I got to make that vow and since I got connected to my man of God. Interestingly, 10 years down the line, which is 15th of April 2022, we actually are in a phase of our commission where we are also in another building project. And so I remember it was that time of the year to honor my covenant. And it was very difficult because at the time, my car that I had bought, which was worth $10,000, was what was actually on the line, because that was what I wanted to give back to God, since I did not have physical $10,000 stacked up in an account or something. So it was really, really, really something that I really had to battle with. It was hard. But again, I just moved my mind into a space that says that everything that we have, God gave. And so if I've been able to process the times this much, such that 10 years down the line, from the guy that used his chop box money and some little bit of his school fees to give to God, to 10 years down the line having things that are worth $10,000, is just only right. And so I took that giant step of faith. 15th of April 2022, I think it was a Thursday, drove the car from here to the headquarters, or to where the construction site was happening. My man of God opened his arms to see me. We spoke for long. He did pray for me, and I gave the car worth $10,000 as a seed. And guys, when I dropped that seed, when I was going, my heart was still on the altar. It was not easy at all. I was like, what? I had people calling me names, you know, my family members, some thought I was crazy. It's like, what has this pastor done to you? But for me, it was not really about the pastor. It was me honoring my covenant with God. That was my sacrificial seed. Now, the interesting thing, guys, is in that same year, there were lots of things that I was doing that I really needed the hand of the universe and the hand of God to organize massively for me. So I let that $10,000 go. It will interest you to know that 2022, I saw loads of money, more than $10,000 that I had given. But most importantly, it's less than a year and I already have another car, which is way better than the one that I had given to God, which in actual cost is worth more than the $10,000 that I did give out. So what was I doing? I was giving a sacrificial seed, organizing for my bounty harvest. Was it hard to do? Yes, it was absolutely hard to do. Was it a difficult thing to do? Yes, it was a difficult thing to do. But did it pay off? Yes. And so I remember when I gave the car out to God, I came back that day and I took another vow. And I said, I have not known any other God. This is the only God I know. And so sorry if this comes across to you as this guy is too religious. You know, Aliko Dangote does not hide his faith that he's Muslim. So Moses Biata isn't hiding his faith neither, that he is Christian. And so I came back, I took another vow. And I said, you know, and vows are universal principles. Whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, vows are things that rule our world. And that's the beauty about the content that I bring you. The fact that I may be drawing scriptural inferences and scriptural inspiration does not mean that the nuggets and the wisdom that I bring to you guys is not light that can light your path, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're Buddhist, whether you're an atheist. And so these are universal principles. I came back that day, took another vow, and then I said, in another 10 years, God, if in another 10 years you're able to do this and this and this and this is what I will bring back to you. And so if you are very close to me, you will know that my life runs on vows. There are loads of vows I have taken around various subject matters that involve my life, and I'm just waiting to see the results manifest from time to time. So that was one of the most difficult things that I had to sacrifice. I have sacrificed so many things in the line of my life, and sometimes when I see the results of the things that are playing out today, it is not by chance. There are things that I sacrificed. I remember there was a time in the ministry of my man of God, he had never used an earset, and I used again my school fees, and I decided, you know what, let me get my man of God his first earset microphone. And I remember that Sunday when I gave it to him and he prayed for me, he said something. He said, as I preach the message of God and it reaches the ends of the world and it reaches the ends of the earth, may your name and may what you came into this world for reach the ends of the world and reach the ends of the earth. So I'm not shocked that at age 26, I'm seeing the kind of results that I'm seeing. But oftentimes I even tell people, I haven't started yet. The mandate and the sacrifices that I have made on my life are things that you do not want to joke about. This particular topic is even more practical because, you know, on my body somewhere there's a tattoo on there that I've written sacrifice, because my life has been one of constant sacrifice, and every single time I have seen the results. Every single time I have seen the bounty harvest. And so it's very, very important that you follow the conversation from here. So now somebody would wonder, how does the whole sacrificial seed thing works? Now, it's important for you to know that sacrificial seeds work on what I call the principle of cause and effect. The principle of cause and effect. So whenever you are sacrificing something, you are giving it towards a particular cause to provoke a certain effect. You are giving your sacrificial seed towards a particular cause to provoke a certain effect. Now, what's actually happening is that if you're giving your all towards a particular cause, then you want the universe to organize and bring you something bounty, something that's of great results, something that's of great harvest. And so it's important for you to understand that the key, whenever you're doing anything sacrificial, if you want to yield a greater harvest, is that it must always come from a pure heart. And you see, you must not do anything that you are trying to sacrifice looking for returns back. So oftentimes people say, I gave to this person, I did that for this person, I did that for that person, and I am not seeing the results. Guys, it is simply because you need to understand that oftentimes when it comes to doing something and giving out there and expecting that the cause to which you gave to brings back a certain bounty harvest, it's important for you to understand that it must come from a pure heart. The pure heart is not just the only thing. Oftentimes when people are doing things for people, they do it knowing that they must be expecting something in return. That is not the way to command blessings from the universe. Whenever you're doing something for somebody and you're doing it from a place of sacrifice, do it with a pure heart, do it with a pure intent. Most importantly, do it not expecting anything back. That is how you organize for the universe to come and reward you. That is how you organize for your world to be of a blessing to you. You do things not expecting anything in return. And in that way, what you actually were expecting in return will actually come back to you. So somebody would then say, MBA, how do I give a sacrificial seed? The first thing you need to know when it comes to giving sacrificial seeds is you need to know which area of your life you want to provoke the effect on. Remember that I said that it's running on the principle of cause and effect. So for me, when I was giving out that car, I was doing it concerning when I was giving out that car, I was doing it concerning my finances. When I was giving out $10,000, I was provoking the hand of the universe concerning my finances. So you need to find that area of your life that you want to command that effect on, number one. Number two, when you have found that area, you need to now look into your life and appreciate and understand what you can give freely. You understand? Look for what you can give freely and generously, something that you know that is sacrificial enough. Yes, it might stick you it might actually cause some pain to your skin, because it's something you're sacrificing. However, look for that thing that you can easily let go, or it's difficult to let go, but you understand the practice of what you are doing. Then most importantly, do it from a genuine heart, do it from a pure heart. It is very, very important that you understand that what you are doing must and should come from a pure heart. Then most importantly, the last one is you need to trust. You need to trust that the principle of cause and effect, the universe will organize so much to make sure that that thing that you gave out, has a way, has rewarded you. As I'm here right now, there are days I have bought mobile phones for people, and as I speak to you now, to the glory of God, if I'm supposed to get a phone, or if my phone should get spoiled in less than 24 hours, I know how to get a phone back, or people will literally organize for me to get a phone back. There are days I've bought fridges, I've bought TVs, I've given out rents for people, and every single time I'm doing that, I say, God, when it's my turn for me to also buy my TV or my fridge, let the universe organize something in my favor for me. My new car that I got, I literally got it as a gift, and I look at the price on the market, and then I just know that it is the universe that organized for such a blessing to come my way. And so I hope that today's content on how to give your sacrificial seed in order to provoke a bounty harvest has been of a blessing to you. Now I want you to spot those areas in your life that you actually need to sit down and write and provoke the universe to bless in a certain way, and start taking gradual sacrificial steps towards there. Remember that it's not a practice I started today. It's something I started when I was as young as 13, 14 in senior high school. And look at me today, look at the results I'm commanding. And sometimes people think that it just showed up. No, we engineered it. Remember, everything that you see in the front end is as a result of what was engineered in the back end. Today, I'm literally just sharing with you guys some of the things that I do to provoke the kind of blessings that you see. And so it's very, 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 very important to know this and to start applying it in your life. I hope that this content has blessed you. Like, share, and comment. Subscribe to this channel. We're constantly bringing you value right from the studios here. And so I hope that this content has blessed you. Love and light. Cheers. My name is Moses Biata.